What? Hey! Hi! We're back!
Hello.
Both of us are back.
Hi.
Let's do it back. Hi! We're back.
We're back.
Again. Oh.
Right, thanks.
How you doing, mate? It's been...
I'm eating noodles and bugles.
What?
That's so much fun to say out loud. Noodles and
What's
bugles.
that?
I've got
Noodles?
noodles and bugles.
What's a... Oh, wait, and bugles, the
that's
things that you
isn't
put
it?
on your fingers. Tips and makes you look like you are witch fingers.
Like a witch. Yeah.
No, I want some of those now, all of a sudden. I want the, is it the cheese and chives one that they do?
Oh no, you've got to go for the southern
No,
style
no,
barbecue.
no,
They're
I'm
the
always a
best.
fan of cheese and chive, mate. The same with Pringles.
Is it because it's green? It's because it's green. It's because it comes.
Nah,
in the
look,
green bag.
I don't go with everything that's green. I don't go with the green Walker crisps. Sometimes I'm not a fan of salt and vinegar. But I'll be happy if they turn cheese and onion to the green bag. That would make my day. But
Yeah. You'd like it.
oh
Then.
yeah, then everything's green. I'm happy.
Everything's
Everything
green. GD's
Oh,
going
total
green.
Anyway, as always.
Yeah, he pollutes out the most of us.
What? Sorry.
What? Nothing? Didn't say nothing, mate.
As always. Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast for November. Yes, it is Sunday, the 26th. Here, as always, you have me, GD, and I am joined by my co-host for this evening, Ryan. How you doing, mate? I'm asking you again. I've already asked you twice. I'm asking you again. It's just normal.
Since last
time,
time, I've been through some emotional stuff. Just since the last time you've just asked me,
I
I
know,
was
mate.
like
We've
on
got-
about Snapchatting some noodles and
You
bugles.
just couldn't handle the.
just
You
sort of
just
done it.
couldn't handle the whole thing of me liking the cheese and chive flavour of them over
No,
the barbecue flavour.
Remember that time when you thought that you liked him? And turned out
I
you
know, I
didn't?
still do. So, first of all, we need to explain something. It's been, what, 3-4 weeks since we last did the podcast? The last one we did was, the last one was the Nights of Horror, which was, it was about 4 weeks ago now.
Well, the
The last
we
one
did.
I was on, the last podcast that was on.
Oh, last one you.
Yes.
I don't even remember the last time I was. on.
It's been over about nearly 2 months, I think, mate. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're back. We're both back. So, why has it taken us both so long to come back onto the podcast? Well, in case you missed us talking about the update that we pushed out a couple of weeks back, the podcast is now going to be a monthly thing. We decided that, to be honest, we were struggling a little bit with news, and be honest, when the news came out every time, it was the same thing. It was microtransactions. You be honest, that's not changed over the last month. Is that worse and good, better at the same time, I think?
Well, it's becoming illegal.
Oh, I'm not complaining about that. I blame EA for that. They tried to make it so that, what's it called, with Star Wars Battlefront 2, it'd make God knows how much money from it when you've already paid, what, 50, 60 quid for the game already?
Yeah.
And, well, talking about that, you've been playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 yourself, mate. I've had a little bit of a go of it, but not enough to really get a full opinion of it. But what do you think of the game so far? I know that they've taken that side out of it for now, haven't they?
Yeah.
But what?
Well, that's the thing. Everybody who's done it, everybody who's used the microtransactions has already done it. So they've all leveled up and they've all got the decent stuff. And now they've stopped it. Those people are all
And
ahead.
now people can't
They've all
catch
got
up with them.
decent gear, and now people can't catch up.
So, yeah, well done.
EA.
Seriously, you've broken. So, like I said, I've had a bit of a go of it. I've had a go of it with the trial of it, which, of course, if people don't know, you get 10 hours with EA Access with all the games that they usually bring out now. I'm going to be honest, I'm not that much of a fan of it compared to the first one that came out. I think I think the first one was a lot better. But I haven't played the single player yet, but I've been told that's really short. It feels like some people have said it's something that they've just thrown on.
6 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours. The thing is, though, you got to think of it being like a film. So for 6 hours for a film, it's really good. Because
Yeah.
that is basically what it is. It's like it ties in the classic stuff to the new stuff, basically. And I think if you're a massive Star Wars fan, you'll love this game.
Yeah.
No matter what. It's amazing. It's got so much more reference to the films and movies than Battlefront 1 did. And there's so much more to do as well. And yet we've still got DLC to come out.
Well, isn't it? They've added the what's it called? Episode? Is it what the episode one? Episode 7, and has been added into this now compared to the first Battlefront that came out. Because when the first Battlefront came out, that movie was just coming out as well, wasn't it? Yeah. So, but not. Hey, how you doing, Shimmy?
Shimmy, where is your face?
It's on there in space. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's if you're a fan of Star Wars, of course you're going to end up picking up the game anyway, because it's like anything. It's like if I'm trying to think of something that I would probably do. If some say Crash Bandicoot. If that game was put onto something like this, I would still pick it up because I'm a fan of that IP. It's like, say, like Billy, he would end up picking up something. Well, Metroid. If Metroid Prime 4 ends up that it's absolute shit, he'll still pick it up and he'll still play it.
Yeah.
Okay, he crossed the line when it came to that Federation's Force, but be honest, that wasn't even a Metroid game. But it's like anything. It's if there's got the IP that you're a fan of that franchise, you will pick it up no matter what.
Yeah, but you'll really enjoy it as well.
Yeah, because you know that world.
They've done a really good... For Star Wars fans, they've done a really good job.
Metroid is shit. I don't mind it. Give it a do. I think I'm seeing what happens with this Prime 4. I think it's going to be good.
Star Wars.
Yeah, but like I said, you know me. I'm not a huge fan of the Star Wars franchise anyway.
No, you're not. Something wrong with
There's nothing wrong with me. As you cut that off, mate. But
No.
yeah, like I said, you know me. I'm more of a gamer fan anyway. Or gaming and anime has always been my area of things.
Yeah.
While yours has been what's it called, Star Wars and Batman and superhero stuff. And zombies, of course, definitely zombies. I wouldn't even. I would not even touch zombies. Oh yeah, by the way, Shimmy has now said Star Wars is shit.
Yeah, well, you remember that time when I wanted to see his face?
Oh,
he can keep his face himself.
He misses you. You know you miss him. Last time.
You do know that you'll never find me and Shimmy in the same place because we are the same person.
Well, I've had you both on the same podcast at one time. I remember, unless I was hallucinating.
That was just a pre-recording.
Pre-recording. Well, you guys are good. How did you pre-record that without even me knowing?
Say, guys, it's just
it's just one person. You can see it. We are the same.
We are the same.
But yeah, it's the only thing I do recommend though with Star Wars Battlefront 2. If you haven't picked it up yet and you are planning to pick it up, I would say wait a little bit longer because I think there's room. No, stop.
Cube.
The rumours are that when the actual new movie that comes out next month, they are going to be discounting the game then anyway.
18 more days.
How many days? 18.
18. Well, depending on when you hear this podcast.
Yeah, so it's 18 days on the 26th of November.
Yeah.
So that's the best way of putting it. But yeah, I recommend even if it doesn't go discount, then pick it up then, for crying out loud. The thing is, knowing EA, they probably will discount it then after finding out people aren't really happy with them. But it's not Star Wars they're not happy with, it's EA they're not happy with.
What I recommend is you don't listen to GD.
Aww.
And you try the 10 hour.
Yeah, try the trial. Yeah.
Because, trust me, that's what you'll want to do. And then you'll make your mind up.
Before you cut yourself off, then I want to ask you a question, mate. So I've not had you since the whole Visceral issue that has happened at EA where they were supposed to be doing the single-player Star Wars game that people have been
Right.
excited about, of course. And now it seems like that's
Okay.
been completely canned with Visceral now dead, thanks to EA.
Okay.
What do you think of this whole thing, mate? That we are not going to be getting that single-player Star Wars game anymore?
I never even fucking
Really?
knew that. This is news to me.
Yeah, no. Wow, mate. How do I know something more Star
What?
Wars than you? That's a bit of a shock there.
Was this announced at EA?
This
or
was
something?
announced a couple of years ago.
Years ago. I wasn't there a couple of years ago. I don't remember.
Yeah,
What
you
I
know
did last
when
Wednesday.
what's it called? EA and Disney decided to do that whole deal where EA's doing all the Star Wars games. One of them
Right.
was that Visceral was going to be doing the big single player story game, and
Right.
but it was turned out, I think it was about 2 months ago, that they actually ended up shutting down Visceral because they decided that they wanted it to be more like a service. Then they think that single player games don't have a role in gaming anymore.
Well, they're
Well, it's
stupid,
EA.
aren't
What
they?
do you expect? Come on, these are the same people
Because-
that ended up putting loot crates in a game that no one wanted. In loot crates in. Sorry.
Well, they're idiots. That's what I think of it. Because I've enjoyed the shit out of the campaign in Battlefront, and if they were to do a single player game on its own, then yeah, I'd rinse it like a dirty cloth.
Well, that's the thing. I think a lot of us would have enjoyed a single player game. The thing is, it's still a role for single player games in gaming, in my opinion. Like, for example, a game that I've been playing this month quite a lot. I've been playing Pokemon Ultra Sun. Yeah, so if anyone's played the original Sun and Moon, it is still following the same track as those two games, but they've changed things around a lot. So, for example, like in Sun, well, I played Sun and I played Ultra Sun, just to classify that.
Did you see the Pokemon movie?
I haven't seen the Pokemon movie, but I know about a certain thing in it.
Did you not get anybody to give you a Pokemon
No?
card?
You got a Pokemon card?
Oh,
Is it Charizard?
Prepare to wet your
Oh,
knickers. No.
If
it's
the
not Charizard,
card
it's a special-
talks, if it's
special-
a Pikachu and it talks, I'm not
It's
going
a
to be
special
happy.
card just for the film. I've not opened it yet.
That's a Pikachu with Ash's hat. Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And then there's 2 cards in there, but on the back is the proper original
That
printing.
is awesome. Oh, well,
Yep.
I should have gone now, for God's sake. I'm going to be honest.
I'll swap here for you, glow in the dark Groot.
Where is my glow in the... I'm
was
trying to think
thinking
where I
about-
put... No, do you
thinking
know what
about
I'm trying to think? Where did I put my glow in the dark route? I think it's downstairs.
Oh,
Oh, come on, mate. You know how many bloody pop figures I get bloody every month now. It's hard to keep track of them. I ended up getting a new one this month. I got a Doom guy.
Who the
What's
fuck's
Doom
that?
guy? From the game Doom.
Doom, as in guy
As
from
in the
Doom.
guy from Doom.
Oh, right. Is that his name? Doom guy.
Well, the name actually on the box says Space Marine, but everyone knows him as the
Yeah.
Doom guy anyway.
Yeah,
The guy from Doom. He doesn't have a name. Every other game has a name. This guy doesn't. But anyway, yeah, going back to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Yeah, Ryan needs a new sofa.
What's that? What's wrong with my sofa?
Jimmy.
What's up with myself? My sofa's fucking amazing. I think I'll let you know.
They can't
People
see the
around.
pillow, mate. I'm trying to tell you, they can't see that pillow. It's sort
Okay.
of, yeah, it's on the side. Anyway, going back to this game. So, like I said, there is a few changes that they've added into this. Of course, they've added a few more Pokemon into it as well. The original Pokemon, of course. But it was like 80-year-old smoker's lungs. I'm just reading chat as we go along, mate.
How can you see my sofa then if you can't see the pillow?
You can see the sofa behind you.
So much room for activities on this sofa.
I don't want to know, mate. No, I don't.
We'll keep it off.
No, I don't want it after the podcast. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I've been playing Pokemon Ultra Sun. I'm enjoying it again. I've got to the second island, which I had the name of it on my phone. It's
Jeff.
not called Jeff, mate. It's called Akala Island. Akala. You know the one with the volcano on it? Yeah, it's that island. So I've got a bit further into it. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, there are certain things that you remember from the first game, even though it's only been a year. But there's also those little things that have been changed in it, which you kind of look at it thinking, actually, yeah, this is actually a lot better compared to it. But more importantly, this is supposed to be the last main Pokemon game on the 3DS as well. Because the next...
Where are they going next?
Switch. Yeah, so a lot of people are excited about that because it's the first main game which will be coming onto a home console in a way, which I'm looking forward to. If anything, so far this year, we've both got to agree the Switch has done really well this year, hasn't it? I think it's.
Yeah. I want to get Mario.
You want to get Mario? I want to get Mario for it. That was a lot of fun at EGX, mate. Yeah, it's become the best-selling console this year, and I'm not surprised, and I'm happy that it has done well. Is because in the end we're all sort of fans of Nintendo, and especially after the Wii U. How much did we trash the Wii U on the podcast alone, mate?
I don't remember trashing the Wii U.
Yeah, because it was never anything good to talk about the Wii U. That's why.
I quite liked it, but just nobody else had it at the time.
I've still got mine just there. But like I was saying again, it's not many games that. Well, you got the Switch on the other hand.
It really is a party machine more than anything. Like you've got to have your mates around to enjoy it properly.
Oh yeah, but that's Nintendo in a nutshell, isn't it? The thing is, it's always going to be those kind of. They always bring out the consoles where you need your friends around with you. Just look at their even.
Except for Mario,
because it's single player, of course.
Yeah. Fuck you, Luigi. Ain't no player
two
in this game.
Luigi's awesome. He's the misunderstood one. Yeah, like I said, they've always been a couch co-op system. By looking at what their online, what is happening? Okay, good for you, chat.
What is happening? What's going on?
I don't know, some mean boat.
What are you looking at? Were you YouTube
they're on
or
Twitch. This one is. Yeah.
Twitch.
We're on CTG Podcast Twitch, mate. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, you could just see by their online service to a point that it's absolute rubbish. Even on the Switch, it's still not the best. It's like, whose bright idea was it to, right, you want to do party chat? Right, so first of all, you need to get this device, and then you've got to connect it to your phone, and then you've got to get this app on your phone so that you can talk to people. And then you've still got the bloody number system. Why not just use their usernames like everything else does?
Or just ring people
or
up.
go onto Skype or Discord. You know, two services that have got great ways that you can talk to each other. But look, apart from that, Nintendo's done well, and I can't wait to see what they do in 2018, especially with rumours of a new Pokemon game coming out, and of course, what are they doing with Metroid Prime, and also there's also rumours about Smash Bros. Also might be coming over as well, which is nice, because I think that's one of maybe 2 or 3 games that actually did quite well on the Wii U. Was that Mario Kart is already over onto the Wii U already, and come on, I can't say it. Bayonetta 2 was really good. I'm not arguing with it. It was good. That's why there's a third one coming. But yeah, it's been a good year for Nintendo, and be interesting to see what happens with that. Hello. So what else have you been playing anyway, mate? Apart from Star Wars?
I've been playing Lego Marvel Heroes 2.
Oh, that's the newest one, isn't it?
It is. It's a shiny
So
brand new
what
one.
do you think? What do you come from the guy who loves Lego?
It's fucking amazing. I love it.
It's like two of your worlds have just collided there, hasn't it?
Oh, mate, features all over the place. It was fantastic. It was. I played a Eurogamer and I thought, no, that's it. I'm not playing any more of this game because I love it too much, and I knew I would. Because the best thing about Lego is they're always the first, like, or TT games. They're always the first to come out with like an idea for, like, say, Batman. First time it was Lego Batman 2. It was the first time we got a computer game where we could free roam Gotham City. That was the first. The Lego did it first, and then they did it with Marvel, and now they've done it again, and they've brought, like, they've taken everything from the films and comic books, like for people who haven't read comic books, the Marvel comic books anyway, and are unfamiliar with it, are getting introduced to all these amazing characters that don't really get the time of day in the silver screen. Like I've been introduced to Spider-Gwen, Gwenpool.
I like
Gwenpool. Yeah. And everyone's like, who the fuck's she? And it's like, well, it's Gwen Stacy, but it's Deadpool. And the storyline's amazing. It's so good. All these worlds are colliding and coming together. And you start off as Star-Lord, and you hold B, and he puts on the little headset, and he's got the music from the films, and he can dance around and he's shooting as he's going, and he's like, it's amazing. I love it.
Without spoiling it, I'm guessing there should be a story behind.
I can't really spoil it. I've not got that far into it, but I mean, I have played a lot of it. But when I go on a little percentage, I've only got like 3% complete. I'm like, I spent freaking 3 hours on this game already.
Fantastic, Glass. Did you get the one with the little figure version of it?
No, I got it digitally.
You got it digitally.
What was the figure?
I have no idea. I can test it. What was the figure that you got with it? It'll tell us in a minute. So, like I said, you've got even though you've only played a little bit of it so far, well, a little bit in percentage-wise.
I thought it was a lot.
You got an idea of what the plot is supposed to be with this game itself?
Well, basically, what I gather could have a twist.
Of course, it's a Marvel game.
But I mean, this isn't without spoiling it because he's in the bloody loading screen. The main villain is Kang. Kang the Conqueror. Basically, he's a conqueror from the future. If you don't know who Kang is, and he's basically he's from the future. He's got all this future tech. He knows how to do shit.
Okay, fair enough.
He knows. He's cheating at the end of the day. He's from the future. He knows how things go. It's like Mike McFly becoming
he's basically
a villain.
got God mode, yeah.
Yeah, basically, he knows what's going on. And Star-Lord's like knocking about in his spaceship doing his thing, and then he finds out that Earth is next, so he's like, whoosh, straight to Earth. I'll get on that shit, go save him. So he does, and bumps into the Avengers. They're having a party. It's all gravy. And then old flipping Nicholas. What's it called?
I don't know, but I like what she was going. If no one knows, he is from the future. He's from the future.
Oh, Samuel Jackson. Anyway, he ends up calling up and going, "Hey, up, I need your help."
I know you're on about now. That's
Nick Fury.
Yeah.
So no, it's really good. It's I mean, Kang obviously has been used in storylines before, but not in this way. Not with like other dimensions being thrown in there and everything. Oh, and Spider-Man. We've finally got a Lego figure of Spider-Man who can climb a wall.
Oh, fantastic. It says Giant Man Hank. PYM? Pym.
Giant Man. Hank Pym. Oh, wicked. Ant-Man, basically.
It's the figure that you get with it. Okay.
Cool.
But what else, apart from that, is there anything else that you've been playing?
There is. I can't remember what it was.
Why?
Oh.
Why? Yeah.
It'll
Why?
come.
I'll let you think about it. So
Hold on, let me have a look at that.
yeah.
Ah,
So
go on, you have
I
a.
haven't really
Ah,
been playing that much on my consoles this last month myself. I've been busy with other bits and pieces, unfortunately. So, like I said, I've been
yeah.
playing Pokemon Ultra Sun, but I've also been playing a couple of mobile games for once. Um, one of them being that just came out this week, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. So if anyone's played Animal Crossing before, it is pretty much the same system, apart from that it's like a free to start system on it. Where the point is that you are the manager of uh, a campsite, which you're the only person there. And yeah, you're supposed to be like any other Animal Crossing game. You go and help other people by doing chores for them because they're too lazy to go and fetch the apple, which is right next to them. Bloody Goldie. Me and Goldie are not friends. But yeah, look, for something that is a free game, it is a really good game, and Nintendo has done quite well with these kind of games. I think Super Mario Run was quite good. Um, what else? God damn it, Fire Emblem Heroes again, a good game.
On Super Mario Run.
I've had a go of Super Mario. I've used to play Super Mario Run. It was really good. Yeah, it was really
Oh,
good when it first came out, but it kind of
I'll have to add you as a
yeah.
friend on
Like
it.
I said, I should really go back to it and see how. Yeah, if my hentai mobile games. Thanks, Shimmy. Yes, the great hentai mobile game known as Animal Crossing. We are never going to get that contract with Nintendo, are we? Do we really want the contract with Nintendo? Yeah. Yes, they make that. Yeah, send us a Switch.
Yeah.
Or each.
Each.
We'll play your
Yeah.
games. Make some money for you.
Fortnite, by the way.
Oh,
That's the other
Fortnite.
game.
We'll talk about that in a minute because there's something I want to talk about that one. The other game that I've been playing as well, as I go and get my phone. Well, I've been playing Doodle God again, which I can't. I
Why?
can't pull it
Why have
down.
you been playing that game? It's shit. I mean, I understand you being addicted to it, but when you try to make a Ming vase, why are you trying to make a Ming vase? Nobody fucking needs a Ming
The
vase.
Ming
And
Dynasty
nobody
needed
needs
the
the
Ming
shitty
vase.
ingredients to make a Ming vase. I was pissed off so much with that game.
All right, yes.
I'm like, I've got all the elements under the sun. How can I not make a fucking Ming
I
vase?
love it more because it's like, what's it called? Right, you know what this thing is because you can see from the shadow of it. Now try and make it. All right, it's a pyramid. What's a pyramid made out of? Sand, stone, limestone? No, it's not right.
Sand and stone.
No,
You need.
turns out you needed people as well. No, not people. You needed corpses. Yeah. Everybody knows that the Great Pyramid is made out of corpses.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in the market for a Ming vase, says Shimmy. Tentacle crossing. But yeah, the other game that I've been playing as well, South Park Phone Destroyer. Yeah.
Ah.
So
Oh, I have got two of the games.
yeah,
Then.
you've Fractured Butthole is the other one. And
Yeah. I've not been playing them at my house.
you've still been playing them, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing them. And Call of Duty Zombies.
Ooh, yeah, that's another thing I've been playing this week, this month as well. Call of Duty, which I'll get to. But yeah, first of all, South Park Phone Destroyer. So if people don't know what that is, it is basically another South Park game from the same studio. It seems like the same game from like Fractured Butthole and what's it called? Stick of Truth. It seems to be following through the same system, if anything. But it's a free-to-play game again, and
it's a bit different than balance.
the battling system is different. So the point of it is that it's more like a card collecting game. Where best way to explain it is: have you ever played a game called Clash? Is it Clash of Clans? no, but I think it's Battle Royale or something like that. It's a newish game that's also on there from the same people that did Clash of Clans. Where the point of it is that, especially the PvP side of it, is that you've got your cards where you've got to get enough stamina to send them out to go and attack them, and the point is you've got to try and destroy their main base 3 times to win. It's good. It does feel like it does make you want to, causing you to buy more into it, but I kind of give it a leeway for just how the story runs through it, because it still feels like another episode of South Park, which is, be honest, if you're playing that game, you must be a fan of South Park in the first place to be playing that game, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, both of us have been playing Fractured But Whole as well, haven't we? So,
Well,
what?
yeah. I've been watching my
So,
mate play it.
what do you think of the game? Did you play Stick of Truth?
No, but
Yeah, there goes his controller. Sign it out with your hands. Oh, you're back.
it was no, I didn't play the Stick of Truth, but I gathered like
Yeah.
the gist of it. Straight at the beginning, cut straight from the last bit of Stick of Truth.
Yeah. But
Oh no, yeah, I prefer this one obviously because it's more up my street, superheroes and all that jazz.
well, the first one was more about fantasy, wasn't it? If anything, which I did
Yeah.
play the first one a bit. It was it was something extremely different. I think a lot of people enjoyed it. And like I said, it's the same again. People will say this for any of the South Park games, that about the 3 South Park games that we're talking about. It just feels like another episode of South Park, and it just proves how far it can go. And what happens when you actually work with the actual creators of the actual show, you can actually make a good, decent game out of it. But it's not just that; it's also
It is like just you're playing the cartoon
in the
end
end.
of the day.
Even when you're actually just walking around, even in the combat, it still feels like you're still in that cartoon, which is a lot of fun. And I do recommend anyone, if you've got the time, pick it up. I don't know if the offer is still available now, but I think if you buy it on Xbox One, you also get the Stick of Truth with it. So I've got that to go back to play as well. But yeah, Fractured But Whole. Enjoyed it a lot. Still got to finish it, unfortunately. I've just not had time to. But yeah, it's awesome combat system with it. But like I said, it's one of those things again. If you're not a fan of South Park, you will not enjoy this game because it does seem to be dedicated to those people who are a fan of the series. Even with little bits and pieces in it, old school references. Like, for example, one of the summons that you can get is Moses at the start. It is so as
Why?
what? Yeah,
What?
so you
Why?
remember the episode where I think they went to Jewish camp or something like that, and they had to try and summon Moses, and Moses is this weird triangle-faced thing. And do you know how they summon him?
Okay.
With macaroni pictures.
I don't remember that happening in the game.
Yeah,
Is that right at the beginning?
It's not
I
there
must
at the
have missed
beginning.
that.
I think it's after the first day of it. You can get this macaroni art, and you use that to summon Moses. And what he does, he basically heals everybody in your back to full health, and revives everybody in your party. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, there's also other summons. I think you can get up to about 4 or 5 summons. I've got 2 of them at the moment. But yeah. Shimmy's got us some news, by the way, before we move on to the next one. Of course, it's World of Tanks news. North American servers have a bundle available at the moment for $909.99. I'm guessing that means you've got all the tanks in there. I hope so. Because, to be honest, I would expect all the tanks in that game. a free-to-play game, by the way. Just so I had to point out with that one. That seems to be the theme. And Tastic he's gone back to Elder Scrolls Online on Xbox. He got the Morrowind expansion, went up and forgot how to use all his setup on that. I haven't touched Elder Scrolls Online in ages. I remember playing it with, I think it was with Heavenly and Hanksy. And the one problem I do have with those kind of games is that you have the problem of leveling up too quickly. So, for example, if someone, especially, like in other communities, sometimes we have, these people were running with us, and then the next day it might be these people who are going to be running with us. You're leveling up, but you still want to run with your main party, but then you're too high, and so in other words, it's them moving along with us. I think we did it with The Division as well, didn't we? And a newer game that we did it with, Destiny 2. We had it sometimes like that, which is a problem. I think a game is quite successful if they have a way of making things work. If that happens. Shimmy says it's not even all the tanks in that bundle. By the way, it's a complete joke. Well, yeah, $909. $910. Is that after tax? But wow, I won't even pay that. It's nearly $1,000. I would not pay. I used to sell my Vampire Bite for £400,000 in game gold each week because it was difficult to get and people were too lazy to try and get it. Wow, that's a lot of money you could get from that. The only problem is you can't get the money out from it. But still, £40,000 worth of game gold. Wow, just for a Vampire Bite. Damn. Anyway, I think we went off track a little bit there, didn't we? Yeah,
just a bit, yeah.
But South Park, Fractured Butthole, we both recommend. Pick it up. It's a fun game, especially if you're a fan of South Park. But then again, we shouldn't be telling you this. You should have already picked it up. What else did you say? Call of Duty Zombies you've been playing as well.
Zombies.
So what is this? The World War II one?
Oh, yeah.
So what do you think of the zombie mode in from your expertise in zombies, mate? What would you rate the zombie mode with this Call of Duty itself?
It's good. It's good that we haven't got these shitty exoskeletons again.
Yeah, thank God.
But we've also not got barricading in anymore as well. You can't barricade.
Plus, you've got David Tennant on it, mate. That just sells. That's perfect.
Yeah, that is pretty good. But no, you can't barricade. You can't board up windows or anything like that.
I didn't actually notice that until you actually mentioned it.
The zombies are in full flow. No, you can't barricade them. So no, it's like run and gun, or you get fucking chewed up by
zombies. So what
did
you end up playing this on? Was it on PlayStation or Xbox?
It was on Xbox.
Yeah. Now I've played. I think it's just 1 or 2 rounds of zombies. I played with Kev, and I think it was Matt. Who
Did you know what you were doing?
What's it did? I didn't.
Right.
Lucky for me, because certain people had played this, so they already knew what they were doing. So I was just there, like, I'm David Tennant.
I know. That's what I was like. The speech in it is hilarious, like the banter between them.
Well, that's the one thing I do like about Call of Duties in a way. Only one thing, is that when it does come to the zombie mode, they do actually gel quite well with the actual conversation that they have in it. That's always been quite a big selling point. It has been the zombie modes that they've added into it, or their special mode.
This is what I mean. Why don't they just come out with their own bloody game for it? I've been saying this for years.
The thing is, you got to remember, this is Activision that we're talking about here. This is the same company last year who ended up remastering Call of Duty Modern Warfare but it wasn't sold separately until near the end of the cycle of the current game that was already out. And the only way you could get it was buying the special edition of the latest game. This is a company that doesn't think. The thing is, we've been moaning about EA and what they're planning to do.
Ridiculous.
Activision doesn't think when it comes to this side of things.
Battlefront should come out with a zombie mode. Star Wars Zombies, that would be amazing.
I'd be honest. I think that would be drawing. That would be going over the top with that, mate. Yes, it would, and you know it would.
Yeah, because there's been zombie comics of stormtroopers.
Yeah, but is it canon? Exactly.
Okay.
Like, do you no? I'm going to be honest. There's one thing that I do
G.
know about Star Wars is you do not anger its fan base, and I think if you had zombies into Battlefront, EA would be dead.
No.
See,
Zombies goes with
oh
everything.
yeah.
bacon.
Talking about zombie mode, so here at CTG, we're huge fans of Rainbow Six Siege. I think we've been running a series for God knows how long in that.
Is Rainbow Six Siege getting zombies?
Right, next year. So they've announced that.
That's bullshit. Why? Why?
1 minute. Let me
Why?
finish this. So,
fucking
Year
hell,
3
don't
was
hear this.
announced last week, giving us an idea of what they've got plans for it. So they're changing the actual format. So, like the last 2 years, it's been, this is what country we're going to be doing for this season. This is the new map. Go and have your fun. So the first season is going to have operator from Russia and another operator from France, but they're also going to be doing a special event, which I think it's going to be a 4-week event, I was told, where we're going to be having a zombie mode in the game. Personally, I would have thought if you was going to do a zombie mode, there might be a better season you could have done it in instead of doing it in the January season. But
Well, October.
yeah, I would say do it for October. But I'm actually quite excited about this. I would like to see what Ubisoft will do with their zombie mode, or what they're going to be like a zombie mode. Yeah. But it's not just that. It seems that the zombie mode has seemed to be resurfacing again. It's like Hitman's just brought out their Game of the Year edition. I think it was last week. And one of the missions on it, I've been told, is that you've got to try and stop a outbreak. And to a point that it's a new three-part mission that they've actually added into Hitman. So the first part is you are trying to get the the siege mode will have barricades for Ryan as well.
Okay, it's just for me.
You, yeah, only you. There's going to have a little fingerprint recognition on your handset that when you all handsets, so that when you've got to press it to sign in, and it will pick up that it's just you.
And when everybody else tries it, it'll say,
Nah, you're
"Sorry,
not having
Ryan."
the barricades. You can have the zombie mode, but you can't have the barricades.
So it kind of makes me feel like I'm the guy with the bumpers when people go 10-pin bowling.
Who doesn't want the bumpers on?
Well, not now.
It's just lazy.
Keep your barricades if that's what it's going to be.
Who hasn't gone bowling for? You know what? It's not me getting angry, but you look at the one lane with the bumpers on, and you're thinking, you lucky. I could play this sport perfectly, but no, I still want the bumpers. Or one of those, do you remember, like, it's like a little metal frame thing that you can use to push the ball down like a slide? Don't tell me this is the only thing that I had.
Are you on about screwball?
No,
scramble?
no. I'm talking about bowling still. Yeah, they've got like they have.
Oh, you mean the
baby
baby
thing.
thing? Yeah, go on.
I'm thinking, yeah, I want that. Okay. I'm just bored. I'm not a huge. I find bowling boring to a point that I think. How often I've played games where I thought, I'm going to put on easy mode because I just feel like mindless fun at the moment. And I want to add easy.
What the fuck were we on about,
We was on
GD?
about zombies.
Oh yeah.
I think we started on barricades, and then you brought barricades up in bowling.
This is what happens when you invite me.
This is normal, mate. You know this is normal. But Yeah, like I said, so see, Hitman have got a free mission story that they've added into this with the Game of the Year edition, and it's nice to see that they've added this into it because a lot of people are not 100% sure if we're going to be getting a season 2 of Hitman now that IO is separated from Square Enix. The IO Interactive have still got the Hitman IP, but we're not 100% sure if they are going to be either making a new game instead, or if they're going to be continuing off what the game they've already got out. But either way, I think if they do what they did with this last Hitman game, where a lot of us said, well, they're doing episodic, we thought, no, this is going to be stupid. It's actually, a lot of people have been saying this is the best Hitman game that's actually come out, which is nice. I would like to see probably them do that again. I didn't think that Hitman would work as an episodic game, but it has. But also, because of the Game of the Year edition coming out as well, have you heard about their 48-hour contracts in Hitman? So
No.
the point of these 48-hour contracts is that, of course, they're only available for 48 hours. If you haven't done it, then that person's gone for good as a hit. More importantly, if you only get one shot at trying to get that person. So if you die during your mission to try and get that person, then it's over as well. So it's an actual, like, you are trying to hit this person.
Real
It's
time.
real time, basically. Yeah. Which is, you know what, fun. I've had a go of it as well. And you would have thought you would get a bit annoyed thinking, oh, now I can't do this thing again. But no, it's actually quite entertaining in a way. And like I said, they've opened that back up again with the Game of the Year edition as well. And people who've got the original Hitman as well. It's open up for everybody to try and do those missions again. So, yeah, I think, is there anything else that you've played, mate?
No.
Same here. I think that's me covered as well, mate. So, anyway, we might as well talk about next month, I guess. So, what game are you looking forward to next month yourself, mate? Is there any in particular you're looking forward to by the end of this year?
Yeah, there is a game. It's a zombie one, but it's for the PlayStation.
Ooh, what's that?
What's it called now? Days Gone.
Oh, Days Gone. So that's coming out next year, I think, isn't it? Well, it's still something. It's for the PlayStation as well. Yeah. So.
It's a good job I bloody got one then, isn't it?
You ended up getting yourself a bloody PlayStation. How long? I didn't even know about this. I'd like to point this out now. So what?
After all that slagging off of PlayStation, I've gone and got myself a PlayStation
not just
Pro.
that, you've got yourself FIFA 18 as well, mate. I didn't know you was a fan of football.
Yeah, well, it was cheaper with FIFA. I'm just going to trade that shit in.
By the way, it's not even just a PlayStation. It's a PlayStation 4 Pro as well, isn't it? So, all right. What game sold you in the end to get one, mate? Spider-Man. So you're looking forward to this? That is next year as well. Yeah, they've. So you're really looking forward to that game itself. So did you? Yeah. Shimmy says he's got a PS4 too. Has everyone now got PS4s?
Yeah, it's just all that time of me and people trying to go get a PlayStation, get a PlayStation, get a PlayStation. I'm like, no, ain't touching that.
And then you saw it was on offer and thought,
and then they came out with Spider-Man. I was like, why, Spider-Man? Why you do this to me? Why you got to do this to me? And Spider-Man's like,
talking about Spider-Man, they announced a bit more information about the Spider-Man game at the French Paris Games Week, including some other games and some more teasers of games that we already knew about. One of the bits of information I got from it is that so this Spider-Man game that's coming out, you're already going to have all the powers of Spider-Man from the beginning.
Well, you should do. It's fucking Spider-Man.
Well, it's not just that. It's when you say that, because how many times have we played superhero games or games that have a unlock system in it, where you start from absolutely nothing. And when you're now looking at this one, you're thinking, it's Spider-Man. He's been Spider-Man now for God knows how many years. Of course, he's supposed to have these bloody powers. So, what do you think?
Oh, you mean like upgrades?
Yeah,
and
so
stuff
like upgrades and stuff like that. He seems to be already. He's Spider-Man. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So.
He does whatever a spider can.
So, what do you think of that whole idea of the system? You excited that you basically will now get to do whatever you want as Spider-Man by the looks of things with this?
Well, yeah.
That was a stupid question, wasn't it?
That was a daft question. This is why, I mean, that gameplay was like, jizzed in my pants straight away, creamed all over the place.
Well, it looks like an actual.
It looks like a decent fucking Spider-Man.
It looks like a
game,
decent fucking
like.
Spider-Man movie.
Like
Homecoming was awesome.
We've not had a decent Spider-Man game since that movie rip-off of Spider-Man 2, and that was better than the film.
What about the Lego one that you've been playing?
That's not a Spider-Man game.
Spider-Man's in it.
And
does it count?
so it's taken what? We've had Lego Marvel Heroes 1. We've had Avengers, the Avengers game with Spider-Man's in that as well. And you haven't been able to climb up. Could you climb up walls in Avengers? But you couldn't climb up walls in the first one. You just stuck to him, and then you had to just hop up. I mean, he's fucking Spider-Man.
I think a lot of people are excited because, like I said, this is it's Irrational Games that's making this as well. Which, to be honest, they're really good when it comes to this stuff, especially for the PlayStation. They know how to get get the best out of that system. There's a couple of studios that seem to be able to do that. Another one being Naughty Dog, of course. So, apart from Spider-Man, what games are you thinking of going back to probably have a go of that you know of?
Ones that I've wanted to play but never really had the chance. Ooh, that's a good question, GD. There was a game that had the cheerleader from Heroes in. You and what's it? I remember watching you guys play. It was sort of one of those.
Was it this year?
Had Mr. Robot. It wasn't this year.
Oh, Until Dawn.
That's
I do recommend. That is something that I know you would definitely enjoy.
Yeah, and obviously Last of Us.
Last of Us, of course. Talking about Last of Us, we saw a new trailer for The Last of Us Part 2, which had me, Tastic, and Kev in, I think it was on Discord, trying to guess what the hell it was. So have you seen the new trailer for it at the moment?
No, I
right.
haven't,
So, by the looks of things, what we're getting from it, we are probably going to be following someone else instead of Ellie and Joel in this next chapter of the game. But they've really not given us enough information from it. We're going to hopefully be getting more information next month at PSX, which I think they've said that they are going to be talking a little bit more about that. Also with a few more surprises that we're looking forward to for the PlayStation. But my theory of it is that it might be a prequel of the first Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
So I've got a feeling, and like I said, no information has come out about this game yet. But the woman that we see, who had been caught in it, I've got a feeling that might be Ellie's mum. So that's my opinion of it. But like I said, hopefully we'll get more information in about 2 weeks' time at PSX. A little bit disappointed we didn't hear anything about a new Spyro game or something like that, though.
Well, you've got Skylanders, haven't you? That's where he is.
At the moment we do not count Skylanders as a. We want a Spyro game.
Crash Bandicoot's in there as well, isn't he?
That's the only Crash Bandicoot game I would not touch. But
I bet you'd like to have a go of it if somebody had it.
No, I wouldn't. I've already seen the story of it. It's shit. Skylanders is my limit. I'm going to be honest, mate. I wouldn't even go near that.
Oh, I wouldn't touch it for, shit. I've got my Lego Dimensions, so I mean, I'd go back to Disney Infinity, but I Don't want to touch that shit.
I've got 2 games to recommend for you for your PlayStation as well, mate. So the first one is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nope! Not
Why?
touching that shit. It's fucking
Oh,
wank.
come on!
Played it.
Why?
Brings back
Bad memories. Why?
Yeah. It's just a wank game.
Please don't judge it on what's it called. I did on Descent into Insanity, mate.
I have played it. Put it this way. I've played enough of it to know that I don't want to fucking touch that shit again. No. If people like it.
Another game that I do recommend then for you, Hellblade.
Oh.
Right, so Hellblade is supposed to be set in... It's from the same people that made Heavenly Sword for the PlayStation 3, which I think is one of the better games that came out for the PlayStation 3 in its early days.
Yeah.
And the point is that you're taking control of a Nordic lady who is basically trying to lay her loved one to rest, or trying to save her from the gates of hell or something like that. And so otherwise you're following a path down it. But I'm trying to think, there was a certain thing that was pointed out about it. I think it's schizophrenia or something like that she had in the game.
Well,
let me have a look. The thing is, I've played it myself. Here we are. Yeah, so from Ninja Theory, who made this game. But great, it doesn't actually give me any information on what I clicked. Thank you. Hellblade. There we are. Yeah, it's fantasy psychological horror action adventure game. It says. It released worldwide earlier this year, and so they had help. Where is it? I'm trying to read this at the same time. It's quite difficult. Yeah, so it's basically inspired by Norse mythology and Celtic culture. It follows a character called Senua, who must make her way to Helheim by defeating otherworldly entities, thank you, and facing the challenges in order to rescue the soul of her dead lover from the goddess Hela. So she struggles with psychosis. So it was basically running on something like that. But
sounds like another day of work, GD. I don't want to be coming home and playing something like that.
No, either way, I do recommend it. It's a really good. If you're looking for something that is a really good story, it is something that I do recommend picking up. And it's not a full price game as well. It's a digital only game that you can easily pick up.
Do you ever get those pictures still on the back of console boxes that show you a load of different games? No, it's just FIFA.
I would say I don't know, mate. I haven't brought a console in years at the moment, mate. But yeah. So
open it. I've not even opened it.
So you just picked it up today?
Like a magazine in it. No, I've had it for a week. I've not just opened. It's just like been sat there. It's like
fair enough.
Got any games for it? I've got it.
Oh wait, are we actually doing a live unboxing on the podcast at this rate? Yeah,
why not?
Sure. So what?
I've been done before.
What have you got inside that box, mate?
I'm guessing FIFA
as well. Do you think a physical copy or a code?
I'm wanting to find a magazine. Is basically what I'm looking for, because fucking hell, it's heavy.
It's a PlayStation, mate. It's basically full of wires.
Nice. So, yeah, I just wanted to have a look if there's a magazine that'll have a load of games on it, though. Because normally they have it, but when they're advertising and they're coming with a game, it's just that, isn't it? Oh, here we go, FIFA.
So, is it a code or is it a...
Well, it's just a leaflet.
Just a leaflet. Screw that. If there's a code on the back of it, be careful.
Instructions. I don't even have a gamer tag. I've got to do all this shit.
Yeah, I think you get 14
again.
days. I think Shimmy's got the same pack. £50.
14 days of what?
40 days of PlayStation
whenever
Plus.
you guys talk about PlayStation, I just zone out. So I don't know if you've got like PlayStation
No,
Live
it's called PlayStation Plus, mate. It works the same way as Xbox Live does, except sometimes the games are better.
You got to pay for it, have you?
Yeah, you've got to pay. Yeah, you've got to pay for it.
Because I remember that people used to bang on about it being free.
Yeah,
but
it was
bullshit,
free
that,
on
isn't it?
when it was on PlayStation 3, but then they've now started charging it with this console.
So they would make it. They'd start charging as soon as I get a fucking PlayStation. That's about right, isn't it? It's like
Mate, they've been
PlayStation
charging
for so long.
since the
They say, right,
PlayStation
well,
4's
we'll
been out, mate.
Still bullshit,
Oh
though, isn't
no,
it?
no, it was actually PlayStation Plus was never free. It's just that now
Is it not?
they added multiplayer and stuff like that. Stuff,
got me.
you know, like how Xbox does, into the system with the PlayStation Plus. Yeah.
Right.
So you need PlayStation Plus to
Plug.
play online.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a controller. There we go. It's my first PlayStation controller. The last time I had a PlayStation controller was a PlayStation 1.
So I've got one here. I've got my. That's plugged into my
Oh, isn't
PC.
that
By the way, yeah,
fancy?
if you didn't know, you can use this on PC. Yeah.
Oh, well, I need a PC now then, don't I?
But Shimmy says £50 with FIFA 18, 2 pads and 14 days plus. Oh, that's cool. You got 2 pads.
Where the batteries go? They don't
No,
have
it's
batteries.
what's it called? You've got to use USB to plug it in. It's batteries are included
Ah.
inside it, mate. Hey, no. That's a good.
I was hoping for some free batteries because then I could use them for my Xbox controller.
Do you know what I would love it more if you
What?
bought a charger for the PlayStation and think, oh look, you got 2 games.
No, it's a free trial.
Oh, that's your
PlayStation
PlayStation Plus.
Dave, PlayStation Plus 14-day trial.
So that'll be your.
FIFA Ultimate Team Rare Players Pack. And
Oh, you got FIFA 18, mate. You can play football.
Yeah, I can play
I'm
football.
not saying much. I actually enjoy FIFA fucking games. What?
It was cheaper with
Yeah.
FIFA.
Yeah.
That's why I got FIFA. But there's no fucking leaflets. There's a PlayStation in here, though.
Oh well, I'm hoping that there's a PlayStation in there, mate. I'm gonna be honest.
Everybody's just wanting me to drop it.
Yeah, move if you can, mate. Move to the right a bit so they can actually see.
Move
Left.
to the right.
Sorry, left. Yeah, that's it. Stay there. Stay there. No, that's alright, mate. Sorry. Oh. There we go.
Oh.
So this is so I've only got the original PlayStation 4 myself. So you've got a.
So is this
No,
smaller?
this.
Is this
I
smaller
think
or is it a different
it's
shape?
not much of a different shape. I think it's got like an extra tier in it. Yeah. So you like yours has got that middle bit in the center of it, hasn't it?
Like a big giant sloppy
Yeah, like a sandwich. Mine looks like the sandwich without the filling.
Oh, look at all the buttons underneath.
They're not buttons, mate.
That's fancy. Yeah, well they are. You got your circle, you got your triangle, you got
Oh.
your X, square.
Okay, I'd never noticed that. Okay, that's actually I think that's the
That's
top. Is that the top?
Where do the games go? All right, in there.
It goes in one of the sandwich
You can
folds,
buy
mate.
digitally on the same time. There you got. Oh, it's got. Is that an earphone jack?
I don't.
What's supposed to
I
be the
don't
circle?
think it's an earphone jack, mate. No.
Well, it's a circle with a hole in.
I would say because the actual controller has the part where you put the earphone jack in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you got yourself. Oh, Ryan. Yeah, Ryan's now got himself. Tastic's woken up. Yep, he's got himself a PS4 Pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has joined the ranks of now having both systems. Welcome.
When I'll go on it, I have no idea.
Well, if you ever want to do something on it, mate, you know.
What multiplayer exclusive games has it got?
Best person to ask about.
Fuck all.
No. He's got some.
None.
I'm trying to think off the top of my
None
head.
from
Yeah, I
mind.
can't think of.
What multiplayer game? What popular multiplayer games has it got that all the CTG normally go on?
That's you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's you. That's a game that's on there. That's quite good. Yeah. So it's got the.
That gets played a lot. That does it.
Well, I know me and Tastic and what's it's played quite a bit of it. We've done like a mini series of it, but we're definitely willing to go back and play it a bit more, mate. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll play. Oh, Shimmy says he'll play with you. He's been on Elder Scrolls Online. Just jump back onto.
He means with the he means the PlayStation, right? Doesn't he?
Knowing Shimmy, probably not.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Jimmy.
Look, mate. If there's any games available that you want to play on it, I'm always here to play as well, mate. It just means that now you've got more games that you can play, and a lot of games that.
Just need to figure it all out. It's just going to make no
It's
sense
like,
to me whatsoever.
was
I don't even think I got a headset with it.
was you excited about Scalebound, mate? The one with the dragons on Xbox. No.
No.
Okay, but there's Nier Automata, or whatever Automata, whatever you want to call it, is on there, so you can play that game. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's quite a few games on there, mate, that you probably will enjoy a lot. Any headset works with PS4, by the way.
Oh, so I could use this?
I think as long as it's got a earphone jack, it should work. Yeah. I would say don't try it now because it won't work. Yeah, it's at the you see at the bottom where it's got the long bit.
Well, that thing's a button.
At the,
I thought that was just a touchpad.
that is a touchpad and button.
I mean, I've played the PlayStation before, but I don't actually remember paying that
you
much
know,
attention to the
right?
control.
You know where your fingers are at the top. You see that little box thing?
Yeah.
That lights up as well.
Yeah, I know that.
And it lights up different colours.
I'm not an idiot. I know that shit. Oh, VR, that's what I'll have to get for it.
Yeah, well, if you ever want to talk about VR, you know the person who to talk to. Fantastic.
I know, I was joking.
Yeah. But, yeah, so,
Oh, Rick and Morty, is that for this?
I think it's not. I think that's Vive. But like I said, it might be on there as well. Yeah.
I doubt it.
But, yeah. So, PlayStation 4, nice. Some games you're really looking forward to. Until Dawn, Spider-Man next year as well, mate. And, of course, Last of Us Part 2, whenever that comes out. But then again, there's hopefully going to be more information of other games that are coming out at PSX in a couple of weeks' time as well. Yeah. Tatastic says the Rick and Morty thing is only Vive at the moment. So it might come over, but there's nothing saying it is yet.
That's it. It's an extra £300, isn't it? Just for the
I ain't
the
got
VR.
VR, mate, myself.
Well, I saw it in the other shop the other day. It said
It's about. I think you can get it from Tesco. It's about $279 at the moment with games. But
oh yeah.
Oh wait, Resident Evil 7 was that on the Xbox?
Oh yeah, but it wasn't
VR.
Was it?
VR is with
VR.
PlayStation, mate.
Yeah. You get a little candle with it, make yourself all romantic.
Yeah, I think Fantastic knows people for candles.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there is a couple of good games, mate. And it'll be interesting to see how you go on with it as well, mate.
Oh, mate, it's got to be a fucking nightmare just setting the damn thing up, isn't it? Oh, how do I do this? Well, I'm going to be like ringing you all the time going, GD, how do I make a fucking gamer tag?
It's the same way you make another gamer tag, mate.
No,
you just put your
gamer
name
tag.
in it. It's
The
not
trophy.
letting me. Then try a different one. Add a 1 at the end of it. You could be Iron Ryan 1.
Oh, mate, if there's an Iron Ryan already on PlayStation, I'm just going to sell the fucking PlayStation.
That's how it's going to cause you to sell it. You can't have Iron Ryan.
No.
It's quite a unique name.
Someone's going to end up making a fucking Iron Ryan gamer tag now, aren't they? Now that I've said that.
I think mine's only different because I think I had PlayStation before my... No.
I don't have to be online to play games, though, do I?
No. I would think you can play them offline.
If I get Spider-Man.
Yeah. I think you should be able to play them offline, mate, but I've not really tested it, mate.
Good.
I think the only time it might be is if you've got it... No, I think you should be able to play it anyway. Yeah. It's not Xbox, mate. Come on. It knows what people want. That's why its tagline is for the players.
Yeah, well, then why is it we end up spending so much time on Xbox, then?
Because you didn't have a PlayStation. Ah.
I'm not getting to play games for this. This is exclusive for PlayStation, exclusive games.
Fair enough. I wonder how long that's going to last. Hey, Ryan, we're going to go and play Fortnite, but we're going to play it on the PlayStation.
Have you got a Fortnite for the PlayStation as
No, I've
well as
only
the
got on the
Xbox?
Xbox. I don't think it's on PlayStation yet, is it? No.
Mm.
Anyway, mate, we are getting close to the end of the podcast. We've
Yeah.
ended up talking about that. So, we was going to talk a little bit about some good points, bad points, and the weird stuff of gaming. We might as well get the bad point out of the way quickly. We talked about this EA being absolute dicks with loot crates. To a point that now it looks like that the government's going to be getting involved with this. So do you think there's going to be an end of loot crates, mate? Do you think we're finally going to get rid of them?
Yeah. I mean, the only problem I had with them is that people paid for them.
What, the games?
I don't mind. I don't mind people earning them.
Oh,
Yeah.
the actual crates, yeah. So
Yeah.
I agree. I don't mind if it's only an earned system, or like if it's a cosmetic thing. I've said this many times about loot crates. I don't mind if it's something that doesn't affect the actual gameplay when you can buy it.
Well, that's it. Because like in Germany, they've said it's a form of gambling. haven't they?
Belgium says that they think it's a form of. They've said that it seems like a form of gambling, but the actual investigation is still ongoing at the moment about this. But they're not.
Well, to be fair,
Well,
it
yeah,
is, isn't
it
it?
is.
Really, because I mean, you're paying for something that you don't know what
But,
you're
but
going to
then
get.
again, this is the thing that they can get away with it. When it comes to gambling, you paying for something doesn't mean that you're going to win something. With loot crates and that lot,
No.
you're still guaranteed something.
Yeah,
It's
but
not the thing that
yeah.
you want, but you're still getting something. And I think at the moment they're not just investigating Battlefront 2, but they're also investigating Overwatch as well. Which, yeah, I understand with Overwatch, but like I said, with Overwatch, I think it's a completely different system because you can make your character look pretty. Well, it doesn't affect how you play the game. While with Battlefront, it does make you affect how you play the game. You unlock the heroes through these packs that you can buy in the end, can't you?
Fortnite will have to go under investigation as well, only because they've got the
Yeah,
same
they've got
system with that.
llamas, but then again, Fortnite is a different way of doing it.
Pinatas.
Sorry, pinata llamas.
Pinatas.
But then again, Fortnite is different. I would say. While you've got like Battlefront 2, you're affecting a PvP mode. Fortnite, on the other hand, you're not.
Yeah.
With Fortnite, you're just you're working co-op with that. I think the only PvP that they really have is the Battle Royale.
Battlegrounds. Yeah.
No, not Battlegrounds, Battle Royale.
Not
Yeah.
Battlegrounds, Battle Royale.
But then Battle Royale, you basically lose all that stuff anyway, don't you? You start with nothing. Like that kind of system works.
Yeah.
So I feel like it kind of lets itself off. It's like Shadow of War has a loot system as well, which people are pissed off with. But it still doesn't affect PvP. It only affects your gameplay that you're playing. But I understand. I think, and we've been saying this a long time now, I feel like this needs to be monitored, and it should have been monitored before governments got involved with this. But people like Activision and EA and Ubisoft as well, they ended up pushing it too much to a point now that they're going to get themselves into more trouble because of this. And as much as you're saying Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a good game for people who are playing Star Wars, you've got to say it has been affected because of this.
Almost definitely.
Sorry about that. I just had a tickle at the back of my throat when I was doing that. But yeah, you can notice how much it's affected the game. And it has made it feel a little bit mediocre in ways as well because of this. The thing is, I've heard so many times, and I've even said it myself, the first Battlefront is better than the second one in how it's played. And it's okay, you can add these extra people into it, but it's how long it's going to take you to unlock these people as well. Which you can play, you can play local as a custom match, but it's a completely different thing. I hate things that have been put behind a paywall. It's like I remember a couple of years ago we complained about DLC in the same situation,
Well, that's it.
and we thought that was going to be the worst point of gaming, and it turns out it's not. It had a way of getting worse, and it was these microtransactions. It's making things turn into more like a service than a game, and I think it's more with me. Like I said, if microtransactions affect how you play the game, but on top of that, you're paying still full price for this game as well, which is really annoying. The thing is, you're not getting a discount on Battlefront 2. You're still paying a full AAA price for it, aren't you? And then still most of it is behind a paywall, basically. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I've got a feeling by the end of it, it's going to be monitored or it's going to be banned in countries. Yeah, full price and like Shimmy says, full price and micro is shocking. It's because, like I said, they've seen how mobile games have done it, and but at the same time, we justify mobile games because they're free to play.
Yeah.
It's when you're paying for a full price for a game, you should already be getting there. I don't mind buying DLC.
You end up spending more money than what the game's worth.
Well, yeah, it's like
they
said about Battlefront 2. I think they said it's 4,200 hours or $1,500, basically on average, to get everything unlocked in that game.
That's ridiculous.
The thing is, no one's going to spend 4,200
But then
hours.
that's the same with GTA as well. I mean, you can get shark cards and end up spending like God knows how much, just for like say like I think the Batmobile cost like 70 quid.
But then again, the difference is when you get in these things like you say in the Batmobile and that lot, it doesn't really affect that much of the gameplay itself. It can enhance what gameplay you're playing.
It's cosmetic, yeah.
But you can still enjoy it without that stuff. And in the end, it's only one person. One person has to pretty much get that, and a lot of people can enjoy it. The thing is, it's like what's it called? I've bought shark cards myself, but then again, at the same time, you're still getting a full single player game with that. The GTA Online is like Shimi said, GTA Online is a free bonus addition to the main game.
Yeah.
So when people say, oh, you spent stuff on shark cards and stuff like that, in the end, you've had how many years fun out of GTA Online, which was just
it's been the best-selling computer game ever, hasn't it?
And they've to a point that even Rockstar has come out and said, we're going to be following the same system with our other games. Which I completely understand them doing. I'd really be interested to see how they do it with Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
But they're still going to be continuing with GTA Online afterwards as well. I think, didn't they just bring out a new mode a couple of weeks ago where dogfights now are in it as well? But like you said, they're still adding free content into the game as well.
Yeah.
It's like we've been having a ton of fun with the Transform races.
Oh yeah, Transform races are great.
And it's okay. There's a bit of a hit and miss with these stuff that comes out, but there's still a ton of fun half the time.
Oh yeah, but there'll be somebody who likes
exactly. So I think GT Online is justifiable. I would count that as a free to play in a way with GT Online with a main story that you've got to buy. But you're still getting a full main story with GTA, and it's GTA 5.
Most people end up playing GTA Online now.
Of course, yeah, but in the end, you've still got that main story there that you're playing.
Oh god, yeah.
The thing is, the online is the added extra, not the single player. Like Battlefront 2 is, the single player is the added extra to the thing.
I know.
Which is, I hate that.
It shouldn't be that way.
It should be, yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with these loot crate stuff in the end. I think everyone's got coughs today. I can feel it.
I've had a cough for about.
Yeah, I can feel it in the back of my throat. 1 minute, I just have a quick drink. But yeah. Any stories that you've heard yourself, mate?
No. No.
What about did you ever play that Marvel Heroes free-to-play game?
No, I tried playing the DC
Oh,
one,
the DC Online.
and it took me half an hour to
Yeah.
download. I mean, it took me half an hour to get a game, and by the time I got a game, the Xbox switched itself off because it couldn't be asked fucking waiting any longer.
You waited.
So I
I'm
thought,
not.
if that's what DC Online, if that's what online games are like, I'm not bothering with Marvel. Because there was Star Trek as well, and I was like,
Well,
nah,
the
sack
thing
that for a
is,
bag of
the
dicks.
Marvel one actually shutting down its servers, and I think it has now shut
Oh,
down
is
its
it?
servers, which has really pissed off a lot of people because they've spent so much money
Well,
on it.
that's it. I don't see the point in it. When you got like games like Ultimate Alliance and stuff like that, there's really not much point in playing.
Well, the
those
thing
kinds
is,
of
with
games.
that one, it wasn't for the fact that they thought, oh, this game's not doing that well, because it was actually doing quite well. It's that they'd cut ties with the actual people who made the game. That kind of freaked me out a little bit there. But yeah, they ended up cutting ties with the people who made the game for them. Which is heartbreaking, and you know what, I understand where people, when it comes to a game like that and the servers go complete, it's annoying. But yeah, it happens. Looking at other things on here, mate. Oh, now the French senator has now also got involved with the Star Wars Battlefront 2 thing, mate. Star Wars, the French senator. Yeah, it says loot boxes are uncomfortably close to gambling. It seems like the same story that keeps going over and over again.
Yeah.
It's either close to it or it is.
Well, they
of
are,
course
right.
they are. It's gambling.
They're close to it, yeah.
Yeah, and UK Gambling Commission is now also finally weighed in on it as well. Yeah, so they've published a statement saying, where is it? Right, the short answer to the statement that the UK Gambling Association has put out is no, loot boxes aren't gambling yet, but there's still room for concern and future regulations on it. So,
All right.
I don't know. Look, I think it needs to be killed. I think this is the only downside that we've had in 2017 in gaming has been the loot boxes problem.
Yeah.
We've had a great year of gaming so far, but that is something that's really shown it's the ugly side of gaming, and it needs to stop really quickly. I'm alright with DLC now, but when you put in things where you're not guaranteed getting what you paid for, it's annoying. I think that is pretty much it on the news side, mate. Everything else is about Black Friday deals that happened. Yeah. What's this?
Did you get anything from Black Friday?
I got a couple of games on PlayStation which I don't want to talk about. But physically, no, not really. Well, we did get stuff, but we're not allowed to talk about it at the moment.
That's very cryptic.
No, it's because of the certain person might be in the house at the moment. That's why. Yeah.
Right, okay.
But yeah, we've got a couple of things, boys. Mainly we've used it for Christmas shopping, if anything. The thing is, I want to get myself a Switch,
okay.
but I'm probably going to wait until next year now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my next main aim. Is that? Sorry. Oh yeah. Sea of Thieves. So they're doing the last technical test in a week's time, I think it is. Yeah, alpha test since last December, but Rare only selected a limited number of players each time to play it. Now the studio is opening the floodgates, allowing anyone to sign up and be part of the next big Sea of Thieves test. All you need to do is sign up for the Sea of Thieves Insider program. If you sign up between now and December the 1st, you'll be invited to the next play session. So all you've got to do is head over to its official page, which is seaofthieves.com, of course. Of course, this is a Xbox exclusive, Xbox and PC exclusive. Sorry. There are a few things to keep in mind, however. First, they're going to be a non-disclosure agreement for this, so we can't stream, we can't do anything like that. We can't really talk too much about the game. Meaning, yeah, you have to be 18. Also, because there's NDA as well, you have to be 18 years or older to sign it as well, because it's a legally binding contract. Yeah. Also, you need Xbox Live Gold, but only if you're playing on Xbox One. Being an NDA'd test, you won't be able to capture footage or stream it as well. There's no date yet from when the next test will start, but it's going to be the final one before the game's release early next year. So like I said, if you do want to sign up, you've got until December the 1st to get invited into the final test for the game. Just go to seaofthieves.com. So, but like I said, I have already got access to it myself. But like I said, we can't stream it because of it being the alpha and under NDA, which is annoying. But the game's supposed to be coming out soon anyway. So, are you thinking of maybe signing up for it, mate?
I signed up for the one before and it just went down like a lead balloon, so I won't bother with this one.
The thing is, I think if you've already signed up, it might already allow you in it, mate.
Really? Well, I'll just keep an eye on my emails then.
But, yeah, so that's a good piece of news. So looking at the games that are coming out up to our next podcast, which is, by the way, our next podcast is on the 17th of December, hopefully. Yeah, you're really not good with the cough, mate, are you?
No, it wasn't that. It was the hopefully bit that tickled me.
So, yeah, our next podcast is on the 17th of December. We're doing it in the middle of the month because of it being Christmas and New Year's. But it doesn't mean that we can't talk about the games that are going to be coming out, which I had on here and now I've lost. Oh, yeah, one more story while I'm looking for it. Minecon Earth happened a couple of weeks back as well. And they had a voting for a new mob that's going to be added into the game.
All right.
And it's going to be a hostile mob, first of all. All four of them were hostile mobs. It's going to be one that attacks you from the sky.
Oh,
and
right.
it attacks you.
That'd be
more
fun.
importantly, and this is bad for me, it attacks you. It picks you up if you haven't slept. Yeah,
What?
so if you haven't
funny.
slept for a amount of days, a swarm of these things will come and attack you. Yeah. Also,
cool.
they announced that.
We haven't got enough things that attack us.
Yeah. Well, now it makes me make sure that I've got to take a bed with me wherever I go in that game. Also, they did announce that there's going to be an aquatic update in it as well, which is going to add dolphins. We're going to have dolphins! Also, it's going to update the sea in that lot.
What submarine?
No, I do as well, but they don't expect. Well, we've got we can breathe. Use the water efficiency. We can breathe underwater. Yeah, so we don't really need a submarine, mate.
When are we getting these servers?
Already out, mate.
Or have we got them already? Have we got a CTG one yet?
Talk to Kev. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
He can get you into the server, mate. I've lost my list of games that are coming out, so I might have to. Yeah, I will. Damn it. UK game releases. So, I think this is the last of the game releases that are going to be coming out this year, anyway.
Well, except for Days Gone, which is at the end of the month.
Days Gone. I thought it wasn't coming out until the next year.
I thought it was the 30th.
It could be a placeholder, mate.
That's what I've heard.
There it is. So, this is the game list that we've got. So, starting from what day are we on? The 26th. So, we've got Resident Evil Revelations Collection on the Nintendo Switch and Black Mirror on Xbox One, PS4, and PC coming out on Tuesday. The 1st of December, we've got Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on Nintendo Switch, Doom VFR on PS4 and PC, and Soma finally comes out on Xbox One, digital only. Tuesday the 5th of December, we've got the first expansion of Destiny 2, Curse of Osiris. I am looking forward to that myself, on Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Steep Road to the Olympics on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC. That's the Ubisoft snowboarding where you're on top of the mountain stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's for the Winter Olympics stuff that's happening in South Korea at the beginning of next year. Dead Rising 4, Frank's Big Package, is going to be coming out on the PS4. There you go, you got a game for you, mate.
It's just the fact that it's called Frank's Big Package. I won't be getting it for PS4. It's already out there.
Yeah, I think it's like a Game of the Year edition anyway. Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition comes out on the Xbox One and PS4. And This Is the Police on the Nintendo Switch. 6th of December, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition comes out on the PS4. So that will include the Frozen Hunt, I think it's whatever it's called. 8th of December, Hello Neighbor finally comes out on Xbox One and PC. Sorry about that. Spellforce 3 comes out on the PC. Super Beat X Sonic EX on the Nintendo Switch. And The Walking Dead The Telltale Series Collection comes out on Xbox One and PS4. So that will be all 3 seasons. Or is it 4 seasons? How many seasons has there been?
Well, they've got them in show.
Yeah, I'll add those bits in there as well. They kind of as mini series. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they've already done that though.
They probably have, but now it's going to be available, mate. 12th of December, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Game Preview Edition comes out on the Xbox One. I'm more than likely going to get it. We've been talking about this on the Discord channel, haven't we, today?
I've not been on Discord in ages.
Come back, mate. Come back and say hi.
I've still got
it.
Baby, come back.
Fallout 4 VR comes out on PC as well. Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition comes out on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And Akami HD comes out on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. 14th December, Wolfenstein 2: The Adventures of Gunslinger Joe comes out on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. That's the first DLC for the new Wolfenstein game. And Finding Paradise comes out on PC. And that is pretty much it for the rest of the year, mate. Nothing else. Nothing else on this list.
I've got a lot of notifications on Discord.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder how many is everyone. And how many will be from me. Oh, you said hi. There you go. Shimmy says PUBG is really bad with lag. Well, it'll be interesting to see what it'll be like on the Xbox One, to be honest. I'm looking forward to it in a way, just because of how much it's been talked about this year on PC. Talking about that, Game Awards announced their Game of the Year nomination list. PUBG's on it. I don't think it should be, because the game's not even out properly yet. It's still in early access. So. Talk about another game as well that's coming out. We might as well mention this because I think it's coming out on Tuesday, which is the 28th. It's Quiz Time. We saw them at EGX. We only knew about them snap finger click because they ended up following us on Twitter. And hopefully when it comes out, we are going to be picking up the game as well to have a go of. I'm looking forward to it. It's like another, like Jackbox works, mate. But it's just a quiz itself. You don't...
Okay. Is it that one that you guys played at the Doom?
No. This is a different one. That do believe watch it one that you're on about is Power is Knowledge. That's available on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's on.
I saw that the other day actually in the Arndale.
Yeah, it's on PlayStation. It's one of the PlayLink games, mate.
There we go. So do I need that game?
You need to buy. Everyone has to have the game to play it. Yeah, which is a pain. But
You guys got that then?
I haven't
Is it
got that
out
one.
yet?
The one we've got is That's You. So I would recommend. I think it's still available free. So get it set up quickly and just download that game, mate.
Yeah. But I need a PlayStation. Is that PlayStation Plus
Yeah,
account?
it's a PlayStation Plus account, mate.
Ugh.
No, you'd still need a PlayStation Plus account. Anyway,
There's no like silver account like Xbox then, is there? Is it?
well, it's that or nothing. But even with the silver account on Xbox, you can't play online, can you?
Oh, I know you can't, but you can still.
But either way, we'll sort it out. We'll sort it out later. We're coming to the end of the podcast now, anyway, mate.
Yep.
So, thank you everybody for joining us. Like I said, we will be back on the 17th of December for our Christmassy podcast. Thank you for joining me, Ryan, for this one. It's been I think it's been unusual. Normal accounts on PS4 can play Fortnite, unlike Xbox that needs gold. Okay. Normal accounts on PS4 can play Fortnite, unlike Xbox that needs gold to play it. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Jimmy.
I can play games online.
Yeah.
So what's the point in having PlayStation Plus?
No. Most games you need PlayStation Plus to play online. It's just some games will allow you.
That's just foreign to me, then.
It's gonna be a difficult path for you, mate. I'm gonna be honest. But anyway, like I said, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time. Of course, like, subscribe, and comment. Press the little notification bell as well. It tells you when we're actually doing a stream on here, if you're on YouTube at the moment.
Just click on GD's belly. It's for shits and giggles. With the mouse cursor.
Anyway, we will see you next time. Until then, thank you and goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody!
Transition!
PlayStation.
PlayStation. See you soon, mate.